In Activity 10, Looking at Leaves, students learn about the structure and function of another vital part of the plant, the leaf. They will play a leaf game that requires them to observe various kinds of leaves closely and to note their different characteristics. From the kit, you will need Activity Sheet 10, magnifiers, planter trays with planter cups from Activity 8, and the plant parts chart from Activity 9. You will also need to provide assorted leaves. To prepare for the activity, make a copy of Activity Sheet 10 for each student. Have each student bring a leaf or two from a houseplant or an outdoor plant a day before this activity. If the leaves seem likely to wilt, store them between damp paper towels or put their stems in water until class time. Make sure to remind students never to put any leaves in their mouths, as some plants are extremely poisonous. Each team will need its planter trays with plants and 2 magnifiers. To begin the activity, ask students, what does a leaf look like? Where do you usually find leaves growing on a plant? Students are likely to remember that a leaf is usually the flat and wide part of the plant that grows off the stem. Distribute a copy of Activity Sheet 10 to each student and have them draw a leaf from memory in the top box. Give 1 leaf to each student. Tell the class they are going to play a leaf game and that they will have to study their leaves closely to play the game. Explain the rules of the game as follows. Students will stand up either at their desks or in a circle, each one holding a leaf. Then you will call out a description of a leaf. If a student's leaf matches that description, the student will remain standing. If the leaf does not match that description, the student will sit down. Make sure to adapt your descriptions to the leaves that you have distributed. Suggested characteristics are the leaf has a smooth edge, has teeth on its edge, has big ins and outs to its shape, is fuzzy, has a different color on top than on the bottom, lies flat on a table, has holes chewed in it. Have students keep the same leaf for several rounds of the game to help them refine their observation skills. Then have students exchange leaves and play more rounds. Point out the leaves on the plant parts chart and ask, what do you think the job of the leaves might be? Answers will vary. Help students understand that leaves are the parts of the plant that use sunlight to make food for the plant. In order to make food, plants usually have broad, flat leaves that they spread out to get sunlight. Next, distribute the planter cups and 2 magnifiers to each team of 4. Tell students to draw pictures in the bottom 2 boxes on their activity sheets. One of the leaf they had in the game, and the other of a leaf from one of the planter cups. When students have completed their drawings, ask, how are your leaves alike? How are they different? Students should respond that the leaves have at least some green color and most are broad and flat. Students may also notice that the leaves differ in size, shape, texture, and shades of coloring. Tell students that the thin lines in the leaves on the plant parts chart are called the veins. Ask students, what do you think the veins in a leaf do for the leaf? Explain that the veins carry food and water in and out of the leaf. Note that veins are also found in the roots and stem, and they form a continuous tube from the roots to the leaves. Tell students that a plant's veins are like a person's veins that carry blood. Have students re-examine their leaves to identify the veins and add veins to the leaf drawings they made on their activity sheets. Suggest that they take turns using their magnifiers to identify the smallest veins or to hold up the leaves to the light to see the veins more clearly. To conclude the activity, collect the magnifiers and return them to the kit. Return the planter trays to their place in the classroom and make sure to leave the plant parts chart posted. For science background, reinforcement activities, curriculum connections, and information about the Delta Science readers, please consult your DSM Teacher's Guide.